An interesting and intriguing start to our life in the Premier League. We've scored some points, and we're not in the relegation zone, so that's a good sign. I finalized our squad. We've gotten past the transfer window deadline. Let's see if we can keep this team in the Premier League. Well, welcome back to Taskmaster F.C. Yes, Chesham United, we are still working through and trying to get this team not only to the Premier League, because we've already done that, but we're trying to get them above and beyond and see where this save takes us. Last time you were with me, we lost to Nottingham Forest, but won against Chelsea. We then went to Man City. Actually played a pretty decent game, only losing by one goal. Then a couple of Carabao Cup matches where we've been very dominant. We lost to Leicester City 3-1. Crushed Brighton Hove Albion, who were at the top of the league at the time, 4-1. An absolutely superb victory for us, and then drew against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Today we are going to be taking on Brentford and Fulham in the Premier League. In terms of our squad, we actually made a couple of little additions to our squad, if you will. I did bring in a striker on loan, so Sophie Willen is here. Sophie Willen's appeared in 3 games and has already scored 4 goals. So Sophie Willen has been doing an absolutely fantastic. I am completely convinced that when I talk into the microphone, my cat thinks I'm talking to her, so she just constantly meows and meows and meows. Regardless, we got a new striker here. $1.1 million option to buy, which is nice if we really like the striker. So far, 3 goals, only appeared in 2 Premier League games, but is already leading the team in goals. So very exciting to have Sophie Willen on board. We also brought in, I think just one more, Paul Senna, a center defender, possibly right back, 3-star current ability. 32 years old, should be a good addition to our back line. We need just a little bit more rotation in our center back, so I just decided I would pick up one more, and that's exactly what I did. So that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and jump into the fixtures here, try to get into these games and see if we can pick up a victory today. We are playing Brentford. I don't think I really need to go in and make any changes here. I'm pretty satisfied with the squad. So Bubba is going to be in goal. Defensively, we've got Hugh Dennis, Mel Bracewell, Jamali Maddox, and Alice Levine, Bob Mortimer, and Kyle Smith-Bino anchoring our midfield. Our wingers are Jack D and Morgana Robinson, and then Munya Chihuahua and Sophie Willen up top. Hopefully get some goals for us today. I'm going to go ahead and go to the positive mentality. We've been very, very good with the positive mentality. We've been scoring goals. We've been allowing goals, but we've been scoring them as well. So, I think maybe this is just a season where we just try to outscore our opponents. Sound like John Madden there. Score more goals than your opponents, you win the game. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Anyways, you know what? I want to win today. So I trust everybody to make a difference. Look at all the inspiration I am just sending about. We're confident. Let's go and win a game. Welcome to the Brentford Community Stadium. Well, thank you for welcoming me. Oh, that formation looks very familiar. Oh, Brentford appear to be very good. 4 straight wins. Goodness. Might be up against it today, but we will see. It's so hard to figure out who's good and who's not good anymore. We're 10 years down the line in regards to the Premier League. So who's on top of the Premier League, who's on the bottom of the Premier League, where players are, maybe some teams have gotten better, some teams have gotten worse. It's very difficult to indicate or dictate which teams are good and which teams are, well, not so good. So we got a corner here. Bob Mortimer, who looked like he was holding up the flag, gets it into the box, goes back out to Mortimer. Mortimer to Jack D, just over the top of the goal. That'll be a goal kick for Brentford. Good solid effort there. Again, we're just trying to keep our survival in the Premier League. We're doing the best that we can with what we've got. And I think that's just kind of the mentality we're going to have to take. That's off the post. Got to get better at defending those corners. Anyways, 40 points is the goal. I mean, that's kind of the Premier League standard is 40 points will keep you in the league. I've been looking at the past couple of seasons, just seeing what is the benchmark here. And usually it's upper 30s. Obviously 40 would be ideal. Even more than that would be even more ideal. We just need to make sure that we get to that target as quickly as we possibly can, because you never know how the season's going to turn out. That was a very good opportunity wasted by Brentford. And I'm starting to regret the positive mentality here. I think we may need to go to something a little more defensive. So let's go to balanced and just see how this works. That's a good free kick. Again, just over the top of the net. Brentford, already 0.58 XG, 15 minutes into the game. So maybe we'll try a little bit more of a defensive mentality and just, try to keep things respectable. I think that's kind of the motto for the season is let's just keep things respectable and hope for the best. Speaking of hope for the best here, Bubba's been great for us so far this season. I cannot think of a better keeper that we've had this entire save. Bubba has been doing a fantastic job. As soon as I say that, Well covered, but off the post. That's 2 posts for Brentford already this game. We have not done much at all. Jack D at the corner now. Cleared out by Brentford, but Bob Mortimer picks up the rebound. Is going to work the ball into the middle, but passes it or tries to get it to Mel Bracewell, but it's immediately intercepted, and they've got numbers, big numbers. He might be offside. It's going to be close. The referee does have his flag up. I'm kind of hoping it is. And I'll be honest, the first 20 minutes of this game have just been nothing but Brentford opportunities. I think maybe we need to go again to a more defensive mentality here. I'm not even going to go to cautious. I'm going to shoot some encouragement out towards our players. Nice to see smiles on faces, but if it's not putting goals in the back of the net, it's really not doing us any good here. Mortimer to Willen. Can't get there. Tries to apply some pressure, but Brentford easily working the ball out of the backfield. And, just too many options. I mean, I just look at the breaks and the counterattacks, and we just do not have enough players back. So maybe that's a mentality issue that I need to work. Ooh, that was a very interesting goal. Was that 2 posts and in? Does that count double? It's 1-0 to Brentford. 29 minutes into the game. Just have not done much of anything at all. Oh, goodness. I don't know if you heard that in the background. It sounded like an ESPN update. We're down 1-0. ESPN has got us. They got the message. Unfortunately, our message is we are not doing much of anything today at all. I'll berate. Probably won't do much any good. Now people are just upset. Even more upset than normal. Oh, goodness. This is going to be a fun episode. All right, Brentford with the throw here. I mean, too easy. I mean, that's in the back of the net. I mean, that's way too easy. We're going to make some substitutions now. If you're injured, why don't you tell me? Mel Bracewell can come off. Paul Senna can come on. I mean, that central midfield is those center defenders have done nothing but just stand there. So they get replaced. I mean, plain and simple. Yeah, I want to go with the tactical changes. I'll berate the entire team again. Oh, goody. Another highlight. Lovely. Just what I want to see. I'm still, you know what? Why not? I mean, positive mentality. I mean, I'll clearly being defensive just invites the attack, which I think is not what we want to do. We still want to be dangerous on the counter. But man, I mean, what is that? Okay, I actually got to somebody. That's actually kind of exciting. Sophie Willen, there's a good slide tackle there. Munya Chihuahua, Kyle Smith-Bino now. Trying to work the ball at the back here. We've got numbers if we move forward. Morgana Robinson in the box, gets it. It's a good stop. And I got to give the keeper effort there to come out and get that. Let's see if we can get anything going here. Last bit of the first half. That is a great opportunity. A very lucky opportunity. Almost ended up in the back of the net. Would have been nice to cut that lead in half, 2-1 before halftime. See if we can do that here. Bob Mortimer now with the corner to Sinha. And goes over the top of the net. That'll be a goal kick, and we'll end the half. A very disappointing first half, if I do say so myself. I do see a lot of promise here towards the end of that half. But, man, there is not a lot going on today. Jack D needs to come off. Not playing very well today. Let's get Aaron Chen on. Dressing room, I mean, they have been terrible. I mean, it's been bad. Sorry, I kind of went bad. Oh, gosh. 50 seconds in, we get a highlight. Maybe for us, hey, we might be able to get back into this game. Try to keep some positivity, Joe. Sinha now. The Cinnamon tries to work the ball over the top, and it ends up in the hands of Brentford in the corner. They'll work the ball to the keeper and try to work the ball out of the back. Just with moderate success. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. They might I'm kind of hoping they did turn the ball over. It didn't really happen. And they counter quite quickly and quite efficiently. Oh, goodness, again. Oh, post, rebound. Oh, God. Post, rebound, save. Again, Bubba doing everything she can to keep us in this game. Brentford now at the corner. Ends up being cleared out, but right back to Gomes, who's scored at least one goal today. I don't remember who scored the other. Not good on the commentary team. Just one. We're still on 2-0. We've gotten some more opportunities, gotten some more XG. So I'm starting to think the positive mentality might be the way to go. Even if we do allow some goals, this at least does provide us some opportunity to score some. Rather than just inviting the attack, create something for ourselves. It might leave us a little bit outnumbered in the back, but God, it's 3-0. I mean, what can you do? we're just not doing, and I think part of it's just the quality. We just are not a quality team at this point in time. And again, as oh gosh, okay, that was interesting. It's 3-1. I don't expect us to jump right back into this game, but hey, Sophie Willen with another goal, proving that was a good signing. But as I mentioned before, our quality just isn't where it needs to be. And again, I think that positive mentality allows that goal to happen. Sorry. Another corner here for Brentford. Oh, gosh. It's like every opportunity, everything just ends up in the back of the net. And I don't think anything has anything to do with poor goalkeeping. They're getting quality chances, and they can execute. This has been a Premier League team for some time now, and it's going to take us some time to get to their level. Luckily, we have a lot of youngsters that are in the club. This is a blossoming club, so to speak. We've got a lot of young players that need time to grow and need Premier League experience. And, you kind of hope that this season's one that they could do that. Good save there by Bubba. I don't think she got the hand on it because it's a goal kick. Let's see if we can get this opportunity here. God, this game has just been full of highlights. Goodness gracious, I might not even be able to do two matches this episode because this one's just been full of highlights. Kyle Smith-Bino gets the ball into the box. Sophie Willen, if she's onside, it's a goal, but it looks like it might be called back. I don't know. It looked pretty close. We'll see what VAR has to say about this. It's going to count. It's 3-2. We're right back in this game. Yeah, I thought the run was really well timed than it was. Sophie Willen, again, proving to be an excellent loan. And, I mean, if she keeps scoring the way she does, a permanent signing is definitely on the cards here. I mean, $1.1 million for a striker who can get us, 15, 20 goals a season. I will take it. And in just 5 minutes, a brace for Sophie Willen brings us back into this game. But again, another highlight here. Can we get an equalizer here? Morgana Robinson with the interception here. Moves the ball down the line into the box. Who's going to get on it? Erin Chen just over the top of the net. Again, this positive attitude turning out to be a lifesaver for us. Says Willen's taking a knock. Yeah, she is going to have to come off, unfortunately. That is not a good sign for future games. Lower leg injury, not what I want to see here. We'll get City on. But again, it's not quite the same. Go ahead and confirm that sub. Let's see how the last 15, 20 minutes kind of roll out here. We've made a game of it, but it's not going to get us any points. Mortimer looks like he's about done here. Let's see how this free kick ends up. We got about 10 minutes left of the game here. We're still trying to get that equalizer. Good free kick by Brentford. That was right off the post. I mean, they've hit the post at least 3 times. Woodwork has been very busy behind Bubba. Not that Bubba hasn't done a good job making saves. Let's get our last substitution on. It says Bob Mortimer's kind of done, so he's also in danger of being booked. Descon. Be the last of our substitutions here. Can we get an equalizer here? Because Sophie Willen's been the only person who's been able to get any attack for us of any sorts this game. A couple opportunities go amiss, but it's still a 3-2 loss. Like what I saw in the second half. I will say that, but again, it's not enough for today. I am far from pleased with that result. Goodness gracious. Congrats to Brentford. Yeah, and Brentford are second in the Premier League, so I can understand why they were good. But 3-2, not terrible. Got some other matches that need to take place here. We have got 28 days for our next game, so we'll see kind of what happens between now and then. We got a home game against Fulham. Fulham 7th. Things are a little topsy-turvy if you look at the table here. Manchester United down in 15th. Newcastle United in 14th. Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea all out of the European spots. Man City, Tottenham. Really the only ones that are up here. Brentford, Leicester City, Aston Villa, Fulham. Aston Villa kind of bumped their reputation up quite a bit the past couple years, but still, it's kind of a topsy-turvy table for the start of the Premier League season. I'll bring you back for the Fulham game here in just a moment, and hopefully, we can put some points on the board. And 28 days later, not just a movie, but rather 28 days later in time, we have our game against Fulham. Only change here is that Mel Bracewell is injured, so Paul Senna coming on. Hopefully a better performance than what I saw from Mel Bracewell. We're going to go with that positive mentality again, and let's just jump right into it. Let's get this game started, and let's see if we can pick up some points today. We dropped down to 15th in the Premier League, still hovering above the relegation spot, so that's always a good sign. But I definitely think there are some games where we can pick up some points. We've just got to make sure to go in with a positive attitude, a positive mentality, and score some goals. Let's get straight to kickoff and let's cross our fingers and hope for the best against Fulham today. A team that, albeit still pretty good in the league, but definitely is one that I think we can maybe get a positive result against. Kind of funny that the 3 of the 6 points we have positive results against are, God, down 1-0. 5 minutes into the freaking game. Oh, it was on. It was onside. It's okay. Yeah. I don't want to see it. I just want to move on with my life. Where was I? I was so excited to talk about positive mentality and going in positive. And the only thing I'm positive with is that we're down 1-0. So, goodness. I say Fulham's a team I think we can beat. They're good, but they're not great. Get that over the top to Willen. Morgana Robinson to Willen. To Manya Chihuahua scores. That was on. Absolutely no way that was offside. 1-1. Great job by Sophie Willen to just loop that ball over. And great job by Chihuahua to get the ball settled down and get the ball into the back of the net here. So good job, Morgana Robinson. Sophie Willen, I thought that was going to be intercepted there. But a good job just kind of getting the ball forward. And Manya Chihuahua just redirects it into the back of the net. Absolutely superb goal. And I definitely want to see more of that. It's 1-1. Chesham and Fulham tied 15 minutes into the game. I will tell you, these games have been full of highlights, that's for sure. And I don't know if it's just we're so leaky defensively that highlights are going to come often, but it kind of seems to be what's taking place here. And it's 2-1 to Fulham. I don't know if we can buy an offside here either. We'll see what the goal review says. Looks like it's going to count. Yep. So as soon as we get level, immediately get pegged back again. And I'm still trying to wonder what's going on here. Because our outside backs are pulled so far inward, they're not defending that outside part of the field. And that's where we end up getting into trouble. Yeah, he was on. One of our defenders kept him on side. So, fair play. Let's give an opportunity to attack here. But Alice Levine kicks the ball right to a Fulham player. It's going to be one of those games. But again, see how he's being drawn in? Not letting the center backs do their job. And then we just end up getting picked apart. Outside again. Back inside. Look, he pulled him out again. Their play ends up... Good save by Bubba. So their play ends up pulling our wing backs or outside backs inside, and then it leaves that part of the field open. I might want to start thinking about how to fix that. Fulham now on the attack again. Good deflection there. It'll be another corner. Fulham with the onslaught. I remember I told myself this time we're just going to keep with the positive mentality. Keep with the positive mentality. It's not always ideal, but hopefully we can get some opportunities from it. Bob Mortimer just looked upset. Can't decide whether he's unhappy or not. So Bubba smothers the ball there. We're going to try to get the ball out. Don't love it over the top. It's like I put these instructions on and they just completely get ignored. I mean, that's easy. 3-1. And I honestly don't know if we're a Premier League team. I thought I had this all figured out, all these strategies and techniques and all that. If we go down 4-1, people are getting replaced. Goodness, I don't know how we can be this bad. There's a yellow card. That's it? I mean, look at the XG. It's only 1.01, which again tells me defensively we're poor. Let me just make it to halftime. We'll berate at halftime. Now you've been terrible so far. Let's get it sorted out. Again, needy cat, but man, they have been terrible. Paulson has been bad. Let's get Aleshe on. Alice Levine, I've got no options there. Morgana Robinson, not really that good. Gosh. Bob Mortimer's been bad. Morgana Robinson's been bad. Guess start the second half and hope for some level of improvement. But man, it's going to be a tough year. They're going to try to play out from the back, fine. Maybe we can get something going here. I don't know, it's so frustrating when you dig a hole for yourself so deep early on, And, we just don't have the firepower to win games. Pemberton, that's a good save. And a good opportunity, to be fair. A couple more of those, we might be able to get back into this. But, being down so much so early, you can't give up 3 goals and a half and expect to be successful. Can't expect to win games. You can't expect to win games when you give up 3 goals in a game. We got lucky one time and was able to score 4 against Chelsea. Let's see if we can get something here. Come on. Willen, outside. Alice Levine in the box. Tripped up. How was that not a penalty? I flabbergasted. Good save by the keeper, don't get me wrong, but I do not understand how that is not a penalty in the box. The world may never know, nor will VAR. It's fine. Everything's fine. All the players who've played remotely well have been our players up top. And they've created opportunities, but man, 3 goals allowed. That'll do it. Let's get some more substitutions on. I only got 2 left. Jack D looks tired. Let's get John Kearns in the game. And I got time for one more sub. I'll go ahead and get him on. Cross our fingers and hope for the best there. No communication there at all. That's fine. Hugh Dennis to Kyle Smith Bino. Lose ball the right-hand side of the field. Sorry, left-hand side. John Kearns. Munya Chihuahua gets immediately dispossessed. And Fulham are now on the counter-attack. Kind of slowing things up here. Trying to get our strikers back a little bit here. But they're just better than us. Just have to cross our fingers, hope for the best. Then, goodness gracious. I mean, right through the center. Yeah, it's going to count. Not how you want to play a game. We get anything out of this. Chihuahua to Willen. Back to Kyle Smith Bino. Steve Pemberton. Come on. I mean, it's twice now that you've been in an excellent position to score a goal, and nothing's come of it. And I've mentioned it before. It just comes down to better players and finishing. We just don't have the ability to finish like they do. XG is going to actually be probably pretty similar this game. Let's take a look at what it looks like. I've not looked at it. Yeah, okay, they're ahead a little bit. But not to the tune of being down 4-1. Potentially 5. 5. Well, if you got any ideas, let me know. Because that's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Another good save. You're not even going to save. Another good opportunity wasted. I mean, 5 goals on 2 XG. I guess we're just not good enough. I don't know. I don't really have any other options in the transfer window. This team's going to be the team that just has to take us unless we can get some signings. We can, sell some players. And maybe try to upgrade. I don't know. But right now, this isn't working. Pemberton in the box. Willen gets on it. 7th goal of the season. I mean, that is a bright spot in a very, very dim corner room that is Chesham United. Pemberton's actually played a pretty good game. And I know that the rating doesn't show that, but 2 opportunities on goal. 2 clear-cut chances. A good cross there. It's 5-2. We'll walk away licking our wounds there. But that is not a good result. Manchester United next. Awesome. Probably bring it back December-ish. Maybe Villa, Bournemouth. Try to show you a win. I'll do what I can, but hope you enjoyed that. If you did, feel free to subscribe. Like it. See more Taskmaster FC content. We're taking this team. We've taken them to the Premier League. I want to see how far I can go with this club until we run out of players. So I think I'm down to like 30, 35-ish people I haven't put in the game yet. We'll see where we end up. But hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And we'll see you very, very soon. Bye, everybody.